Remember the case of Giselle, the French woman who was assaulted by 71 men while she was unconscious, facilitated by her husband? Well, another French man has done it again. Brace yourself because it's about to get really ugly. The world is about to witness the largest child abuse case in French history with this man. A former surgeon who is accused of assaulting 299 children across France over a period of 25 years. These kids were under anesthesia and their average age was 10. What's more crazy is that as the trial is set to begin, this man is already serving a 15 years prison sentence since 2020. So when did it all start and how did he get caught? Let's get into it. So the man's name is Joel Lescouarnec, a professional surgeon since the 80s. Joel worked in multiple hospitals across France until 2014. In 2005, the FBI received an alert that the former surgeon had accessed a CP site, to which they responded by notifying the French authorities. Now here's what angers most people. The authorities only gave him a few months suspended period, and later he was free to work with minors again and without supervision. In 2017, a 6-year-old neighbor reported that Lescouarnec had exposed himself to her and molested the kid on the fence. He was arrested, and upon further investigation, the police found out that he had sexual assaulted 2 of his nieces between 1989 and 99, and a 4-year-old former patient in 93. In 2020, the predator was sentenced to 15 years in prison for 4 counts of assault. Now here's where things get worse. Following this case, the police raided his place where they discovered extremely disturbing material possession, which cracked open all his sexual deviance, exposing his up to 5-year period of child abuse and pedophilia. Among the evidence recovered was 300,000 image and videos of CP, including those of his 2 nieces, a diary which contained the assaults of his victims in grave details, and alongside each account was their names. They also recovered 2 child-sized sex dolls. Also on the diary, he indicated multiple times, quote-unquote, "I am a pedophile." Most of these victims had no recollection of the assaults, and the police had to call them and inform them, which I cannot even fathom how difficult that must have been for the victims. Some victims claimed to recall flashes of the assault, but they didn't know what it was. Others clearly remembered, and among them were 2 men who sadly took their own lives shortly after. The trial is set to begin on February 24th and expected to last until June. However, there's a lot of public outrage about the institutions he worked for, some debating that they knew what he was doing and turned a blind eye. And of course, there is the question of how the authorities allowed this man back to work with minors after knowing that he was a predator. In my opinion, both institutions and the authorities failed these victims. They knew who he was and just didn't care, and he almost got away with it. As he's facing trial, he is currently 73 years old. Despite the fact that he clearly wrote that he was a pedophile on his diary, and multiple times at that, he denies it, claiming that the contents in it are just his fantasies. He is as disgusting as they come. This whole thing is deeply disturbing, and I hope he never finds peace. In case of any updates, I will let you know. So, yeah. What do you think about this? I think the justice system needs to come up with a new way to punish these maniacs, because jail time isn't going to cut it. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.